so great to hear from Great Expectations. They're doing some great things over at Hastings. Got to check out Hastings Main Street too. Big shout out to Jenna and the team. And big shout out to our buddy in studio today. Super excited to dive into this West King Wednesday conversation. Every great community starts with a movement and a simple idea. And Ashlee had the idea of, what if we all came together right here on West King? The question sparked what's known as West King Wednesday, a celebration of creativity, small business, and neighborhood pride. It's been a place where artists and makers and locals connect, transforming a once quiet stretch of town, actually a forgotten stretch of town, into something that's truly alive. And today we're joined with Ashlee Raven, AKA Raven. Yes, boo.
I got that name.
I love it. You'll never forget it, right? Ashlee, welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. And we're so excited to have you and talking about West King Wednesday.
I'm happy to be here. So.
Yeah. Talk about like this whole movement and how you had the idea and the concept and how it all came about.
So it's kind of like rewind to about 20 years ago. When I first moved to St. Augustine, I lived in West Augustine.
Yeah.
So right off Davis Street, right off of Renta. So I kind of was there before the sidewalks were installed. Well, the extended sidewalks were installed. There was off-street parking and everything.
It was a completely forgotten part of town.
Completely forgotten part of town. We still had like the pawn shops and stuff like that. So. But at that time, West King was kind of riding the coattails of downtown in their first Friday art walk. But you're talking like only 2 businesses were capable of participating. Once the construction happened, businesses didn't make it. And I thought back to that time when I bought my house in West Augustine. We opened our business in West Augustine. That what if we kind of brought that concept back? Because it is a forgotten part of town. What if we did something that was ours, though, that was just West Augustine, just focused on West Augustine, not uptown, not downtown, just us. And that kind of started coming to fruition in 2019.
But uphill battle, though, right?
Uphill.
I mean, you were met with some real adversity and like, oh, you're never going to make it. You can't do this.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have any city backing, which is fine. A couple of the businesses on West King weren't really like supportive of it, which they came around eventually. But it was kind of just, let's see what happens if I pitch the idea to some of the business owners and managers in that area at the time. And I was met with more positive than I was negative. So the negative wasn't going to stop it.
You find it ironic, because I'm Scorpio. So you find it ironic that when they come back to the table,
Yeah.
like I do this too for advertising with our shows, it's like all of a sudden, oh, they see it. They see the concept and they get it.
Yep.
How do you have a little bit more of an open mind to bring them back to the table?
Because I put it out there that we're ready when you are.
Awesome.
And I just try to keep it positive, and I kept it positive. Even some people had some very negative verbal things to say to me directly, not just about it, that it was a stupid idea, that it's just my ego or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, but when you guys are ready, that door is always going to be open. You're part of West Augustine no matter what. So when you're ready, we want you here.
Yeah.
So, and it's come around.
I love it.
So,
I love it, and I love seeing the pulse in the people and everyone rallying around the third Wednesday of the month. Am I saying that right? Now, the concept is not just street fair, street vendors, you're pulling in all the vendors. The concept is a little bit more inclusive to the neighborhood businesses. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
What's that all about?
So the idea was there's never been like a lot of foot traffic in West Augustine for years. And if it was just locals. We're not getting any tourists, we're not getting any new people, and even a lot of the locals didn't even come to West Augustine or West King Street.
Right, they were scared.
So the idea was to get, it was
right?
a stupid stigma that was never true anyway. It was just, we just wanted to get butts in seats.
Right.
Feet in the door kind of thing. And so when my partner and I pitched the idea to the other businesses, we didn't have a meeting, we had a get-together over drinks. We don't do meetings. It was a get-together.
Good.
And we all met at Bog Brewing, and I kind of said, I have this idea. Can we just do our own thing? And the idea is to just get traffic in here, but let's all talk about whether or not we want to make an association. And that's where this makes us different than everyone else.
Oh, wow.
We all collectively decided to never be an association.
Okay.
Because now that instills rules.
Yeah.
And each and every individual business runs their business the way they feel fit for West King Wednesday.
Okay.
If you go to West King Street, you notice a lot of businesses close earlier in the day. But for West King Wednesday, most of them have decided to keep their hours later to like 9 or 10.
Interesting.
So that's how they felt things work for them. And it's changed the entire dynamic. But because now you're getting a group of people who maybe didn't have the time to visit those businesses because it's during the week, they have 9 to 5s, et cetera, et cetera. So now you're hitting a whole demographic of locals, visitors that can visit those businesses at a time they normally couldn't.
Yeah, and that's what I've been hearing too.
Yeah.
People are like, wow, I get to go to Great Goods. I get to go to all of these different stores and vendors that I don't normally have the opportunity to during the week. This is awesome. So talk about, you said to me earlier before pre-show, it was you're herding cats. You're herding people together, but you're also doing this in an organized fashion.
Yeah, so I want to put in the premise too, I don't make a dime off of this.
Wow,
I don't
Ashlee, wow.
I don't charge anyone anything. I do it because I invested in the community by buying my home there. I invested in the community by my partner and I having both of our businesses there. That's our investment.
Wow.
So I do the advertising for all the businesses. They just kind of, send me their marketing materials. I do all the marketing for them across my social media marketing pages. And then when it comes to vendors, live music, food trucks, etc., I have an entire contact list, and I refer them to the businesses that put on their own markets. Wow. So this goes back to what I was saying earlier, right? So each individual business runs their own the way they see fit.
Wow.
And that means not every business has the space to do a market or have vendors or have food. So they're kind of accommodating what they can do for what they have. Now we have, let's see, Sweet City Cupcakes, Great Goods, Local Refillery, Buena Onda, Mugsy's, Pegasus Gallery, and Ink and Barley all participate with having food trucks and vendors.
Cool. I know.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's a lot. So that's almost
I have
end
chills.
to end.
Yeah.
Right? So that's almost traffic light to traffic light. Even Browdy's participates by doing tastings from 4 to 8.
That's
you
great.
know? So even they've found their niche on how can we also participate in West King Wednesday.
But you know what I think is refreshing? Because when you go to a lot of markets, this is how it is. Here's your booth and you do your thing, but you let these businesses do what they do well
In their
and
culture.
in
I
their
love
environment.
That. Yeah.
And during the
think that's
day,
very
a lot of
special.
businesses will run specials. So like the markets and live music don't start till around 5, but during the entire day, I'm talking like when the business is open, they're running all day food specials, drink specials, whatever. So it's an all day thing.
Yeah.
So what do you want people, so I've never been to a West King Wednesday because I coach in the evenings. So what would you like for somebody like me that's never been to take away from West King Wednesday?
Comfort, community, like being able to have a relaxed and enjoyable environment. I mean, you have all walks of life there, all ages at any given time. So it's such a small section of St. Johns County, but there's so much there. And there's a lot more history in West Augustine than what I think people realize. We have just as much history as, the designated downtown area.
We just learned, we had a historian on last Friday, that West Augustine was a separate city from St. Augustine back in the Prohibition times, which is amazing. And that's what I think that you guys are reigniting, is that unified, that is a whole niche of community. It's like a borough in New York City that is completely different, and it's a different culture. I love that.
It's like its own world.
Yeah, and it's so real. It's grit, it's grace, it's dirty. I love it. Yeah, but that just gives you that pulse and that vibe of, this is West King, baby.
Yeah, we've kind of always been our own entity, and we're just kind of, we're going to stay that way. We're going to keep on that vibe. We don't really have any issues with the city, with the county, or anything like that. Everybody's
how's
kind of
that
just
been going? Flowing and going?
flowing and going,
Okay.
flowing and going. We only had one issue, and I think this is when I really knew that West King Wednesday was a hit, and it was on our first year anniversary. We have a West King Karen.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we have to have, of course.
There's always going to be that one.
There's always one.
Yeah, God
There's
bless
gotta
you.
be
always
one.
one.
God bless you.
So I deemed her the West King Karen after our 1 year anniversary, and I had code enforcement show up.
Oh,
Jeez, oh,
And
Pete, come
you know,
on.
it's like a big celebration, right? It's our
Totally.
1 year. We made it 1 year.
Yeah.
And I talked to code enforcement, super freaking nice,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like ridiculously nice. Hey, look, I can't tell you who filed these, but it was the same person. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
we already know who. And this person means well, okay? Like, I get it, you mean well, but it was like very minute, and it was about 12 complaints
from one person.
from one person. And I said, look, can you just tell me what they are?
Yeah.
And so he broke it down what it was at each business. I literally ran down one side of West King, fixed everything, came up the other side and fixed
What
everything.
were some of the complaints?
A-frames were 4 inches too far
Stop
onto the
it.
sidewalk
Oh,
was
you
the
know,
worst
yeah.
one. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Does that food truck have permitting? Yes, they do. Plus they're on private properties, not
Yeah.
your business. Like, it's
Little
People,
things like
you know
that.
what?
Yeah.
But we gotta love people like that because they keep us on our toes.
they keep us on our toes.
And I think some people don't like have better things to do.
Yeah.
I concur.
Yeah.
Creepers.
So what was the one eureka moment that obviously this anniversary was pretty significant, but what was the one moment that you were like, I got it, West King Wednesday?
I think it was probably the same day because after the chaos and the herding cats and everything, I walked up and down the street and I just took a moment and I was just like, this is what I wanted for it to basically run itself and me just be the available person if anybody needs anything. You know, if you need help finding more vendors, if you need help finding live music, if you need help with advertising, just if you need me to put out fires, you know, like that's what I wanted, like to be kind of like the background while everyone else just really ignites that whole side of town. And we're 4 years now.
Yeah. What do you think is a big concern with local businesses out on West King now? What are they talking about in your chats?
Honestly, nothing really
Good.
is forefront in my
Because
brain.
before, like you said, it was getting butts in seats and getting people in the
Yeah.
doors, and now you're seeing that pulse. You're seeing that.
There's
get through there.
consistency.
Yeah.
There's consistency, and I mean, we do have times of years where it's slower than others, and usually it's the higher heat time, which
yeah.
of course nobody wants to be walking around on pavement, you know.
Melting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think after trying to have West King Wednesday in January once, we all went, let's
No.
take January off.
Okay,
And I
okay.
think that was the collective decision of no West King Wednesday in January's. You know, you have the post-holiday fatigue.
Right.
January is usually a chillier time, and a lot of places use it as the time to like do the deep cleans and hard cleans of the
And nobody
businesses. and
knows what day it is.
Right. It's
It's
a
that
sort of like
confusing, like, what is happening?
what
it's recovery.
what about Nights of Lights? Does that affect business? Is that you seeing population
Well,
come over?
That Brownies strip, that Brownies lot right there that they've basically leased out to the city, that's going to be a lot of the shuttle area. So, I mean, is there respectively more traffic? Yes. Yes. It's a different kind of traffic. I think some people that are coming to visit town that are just using that for parking are confused. And then they're like,
What
Right.
is that? Let's
Is
go
this-
down there.
Yeah.
hey, there's like a lot of people down, you know,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of like becomes more of a curiosity, what's going on thing. But there's definitely an influx in visitation
Yeah.
during West King Wednesday with Nights of Lights.
So, what do you think the future of West King Wednesday is? What would you like to see? How can we support you as a community?
I see continued growth. Honestly, it's on the path, and I think it's going to be increasing every single year.
Yeah.
Every single year. I think the biggest thing is keeping it positive and having the community itself come out. Not just we don't rely on tourism. The part of West Augustine is we actually rely on the community support. You know, downtown's got tourism, uptown's got the tourism. Ours is community.
Yeah.
And
Which makes it so unique.
And it makes it so unique. You can hang out there and everybody knows each other.
Right.
It's awesome.
And West King Wednesday is the third Wednesday of every month?
Third Wednesday of every month.
Wednesday of every month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
love
what's
it.
the date for this Wednesday? November's West King Wednesday.
November 19th.
Perfect.
Okay.
What time does it start?
So technically when the business is open, because like I said, there's like specials running during the day, but if you're coming for like the vendors and live music and food trucks and such, that starts at 5.
Okay, cool.
So-
So that's perfect. Right after work, you kind of swing over. What would you say if there's a vendor out there, or how could they get in touch with you if they wanted to be a part of it and they don't know the other businesses? Is that a good way to contact you?
Yeah, actually, because I have a contact list that I constantly keep up on with the different businesses that do host vendors, because a lot of businesses don't fill up sometimes at the last minute. They'll have cancellations, such. So that way you can kind of just go down the list. Okay, they're full, they're full, they're full.
Cool.
They're not.
Yeah.
You know, and it gives the opportunity for vendors to like shop around. Like maybe I was at Great Goods this month. That was awesome. I want to try out Mugsies.
Okay.
You know, that kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
And it gives them an opportunity for rotation. So I basically have everybody email me at westkingwednesday@gmail.com.
Perfect.
So it becomes all of the contact is in one place, and I'm not looking at all the social media and all this stuff and trying to find everything. So
we are under some incredible times in the entire world right now, and there's a lot of people that have a dream and have a vision and have an inspiration to start their own concept. What would you say to that person right now that's on the fence and they're seeing this interview with inspiration in their heart? What would you say? How would you get them to follow their dreams just like you did?
do it.
Yeah.
And if people are trying to bring you down, do it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even when I started my original business, my own parents told me I wouldn't be able to do it. And I started in 2013, I'm still doing it.
Amazing.
So it's like, just if you feel passionate about it and you feel confident about it, who cares?
Yeah.
There should be no reason to really like have barriers up if this is something that's really speaking to you.
There's always going to be, I think the trick is there's always going to be those people who want to see you fail because they're jealous that they can't do what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't have like the drive and the determination and passion like you do. So I think you kind of have to let like your haters be your motivators.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to come for me? That's fine. You can add fuel to my fire, but you will be behind me because that's where you will stay.
Yeah,
You
love
know,
it.
and you got to let those people be like your fuel, and then you can turn around and wink at them.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I
You
mean,
know?
like I said before, there was naysayers and they've all come around. You know what? That's fine.
Yeah.
You
Come
don't have to
around.
like it.
But if you decide you're like, you want to be part of this, then come on, be part of it.
That's amazing.
Now you let other outside, I might have missed this part,
Yeah.
the outside food trucks
Yeah.
come. So I'm wondering if Timmy with Ohana Ice
Yeah,
truck.
it'd be an
Italian
awesome
ice
idea.
truck.
Yeah,
It'd be an awesome idea.
We actually have a ton of food truck owners in West Augustine, like the Trend.
Yeah.
Total
Yeah.
staple.
Right.
Total staple of West Augustine.
Taco my blessings. another
Tacos
one.
my
Oh,
blessings.
Yeah.
that truck. Let me tell you
Total
something.
staple
so
of West
good.
Augustine, and like they are constants for West King Wednesday.
love it.
Constants.
So cool. One more time, November 19th. How can people get in touch with you?
WestKingWednesday@gmail.com if they have any questions.
Amazing, amazing, inspiring interview. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
this was
thank you for having
awesome.
me.
So, any vendors out there, this is where to be. This is the true grit and grace of our town. I'm so honored and so proud to have you here on our sunny stage. Friends, we're going to take a quick break and say hello to Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance.